Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tableau tutorials. In this video we are going to discuss about the concept of map groups in Tableau. So what is map groups? Map groups is a way through which we can group the related data in maps. So this is a filled map that we had created in the previous video. It shows us the color-wise distribution of the profit, and it shows it on the basis of the states, like which state is giving us how much profit. Okay, so that's a simple map. However, if I just remove this profit from here, so it turns into a normal symbol map. Okay, so let's just say I want to add sales into it, so let's just add sales into the color column. So this is what I would be getting. That is a colored range. Lighter color represents less sales and a darker color represents high amount of sales. Okay, now the question is, how can I work with the map groups, and what is the purpose of the map groups? Suppose this is the whole map of United States, and in this I have four people who are in charge of the different regions. Okay, there are people who, to whom I have assigned different regions, like we have this region function, so region parameter. So if we just remove the sales and get in the color parameter, so what happens is these are these four regions: central, east, south and west, that we are getting over here. Okay, so let's just say get the sales into the label and actually convert it into a filled map like this, and get the region into the color. So basically it won't be converted into a filled map, right? We would be getting something like this only, right? That is the symbols for the different regions, and the sales amount would be written like this. Okay, so what if I just don't want this? I just want to remove the region from here, and the sales amount, let's just get into the color to convert it into a filled map. Okay, now what happens is I want to color code it, this filled map. I want to color code this filled map into the different people or into the different regions. How can I do that? So for that I can create groups of my own, right? Suppose I have people who are in charge of the various states. Let us just select few states. Now if you want to select multiple states, you can simply use control click. Suppose these are the states that I have selected. Now once you're selected, you can just hover over it and there would be this paperclip icon. You can click on it and that would convert it into a group. Now as soon as we do that, what happens is we are getting a blue color for this, and a legend is there that tells us that it is a state group, with the blue color representing a combination of all the states that have been taken into it, and all the others are taken as other and colored as grey. Now let's make a few changes into it. Also you can see that a state group has been added into a data part, so we can just right click over it and click on edit group. So we can just change the different things like the name of the group. So we can just click on it and click on rename. So suppose let's me assign it as region 1. Okay, so region 1 is the name of this particular group, and you can click on OK. Now once you do that, this is the region 1 that is colored in the blue color. Let me just select few more states and assign it to region 2. Okay, using this kind of an option, that is drag and select, you can select multiple states. Again we can just use this paperclip icon to just provide it another group, and it automatically takes an orange color, right? Let me take just a few more states together like this. Remove these two, and add these three, and again we can just group them using the paperclip icon. So that's the third group, and the fourth group is just the gray part, which is few states over here. So let's just go to the state group option. Once again edit the group, and we can just provide new names for them. So let's just go to rename and provide it as region 2, and the third one I can rename it to region 3. So region 3, and that's it. We can click on OK. So we have these three regions: region 1, region 2 and region 3. Now what happens if I just remove all of this information, like the sum of the sales from here? As you can see, the state group is already taken into the colors part, That means that is through which we are getting the distribution of the colors, right? And what we can do is just keep the state names and the color over here. Next, what we can do is add some more data out of to it. Okay, so suppose I want the sales amount. I can just drag it into the label part. So I'm getting the sales of the individual states, right? Suppose I want to add a filter on the region. So let's just get a filter over here. And that is available. Click on OK. And what I can do is right click over here and click on show filter. Now what will it do? It will help me to select a few regions only. Suppose I want to compare region 1 and region 3. So I'm able to compare these two together just like this. Okay. So basically all this arrangement, this filter arrangement makes the map more interactive, like including only the regions that we want to compare. So this is how it works, right? So this is about a data set again, which is of United States. Like all the states that are given is of United States. Now we have already discussed that Tableau automatically recognizes if the data is from United States. However, if the data is from other country, let's say we have data about India. So how do we do that? How do we work with it? Okay, so that's the question. So for first of all, let's take a look at a data set that we would be using for this purpose. Okay. So this is our data set that we would be using. This is the name of the states of India, states and union territories, and some data about the COVID-19, right? Like the cases, the deaths, etc., the cured people. So there is a few records. There are a few records. Let's just take a look at them. So first of all, what we need to do is load data into Tableau. So let me just do that quickly. So this is what I am getting as the data source. Let's just work with it. If you just go to the sheet 14, so we are getting two data set, that is the India data and the orders data. So we have states and union territories. Let me just get it into the details part. As soon as I do that, if there was a US data, it would have automatically recognized it and showed us the locations on the map. But in the case of India, we are getting 36 unknowns over here. That is the locations with unknown geographical identities. So we can just click over here, go to edit locations option, and here you can see all these locations are unrecognized. Okay. So what we need to do is just change the country from United States to India over here. Okay. And that's it. As you can see, it has recognized all of the values. You can click on OK. So there were no unrecognized values, because if there was any unrecognized value, we would still have got the warning that this much is unknown. So we have got it, and we can just add any of the data into it. Suppose I want to add the cases. So this is the cases distribution. If I want to add the cured number into the label, so that also I can add, and that would give me the information just like this. Okay. You can use the move tool over here for navigation or for zooming in and out. So this is the data that I am getting. So this is about how you can work with a map of any country besides United States. Furthermore, suppose you have a data that is of country, and still after just changing the country, it does not recognize it. So how do you do that? You can use the drop down list to make it manually recognize your dataset, right? So let's just see how do we do that real quick. So this is the data set that we have, that is the different cities and the number of stars that we have. Now let's just use the city into the details part, and it has got 6 unknowns. So let me just edit the locations, and first of all select the country to India. Okay. Now even if I select that, one of the data is unrecognized because Bangalore is no longer a valid name. It has been changed. So in this case, what I can do is manually enter the location just like this and click on OK. So this would be a match thing. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.